All right, everybody, does this give it away? Woodstock 2025 is approaching in just a few short weeks. Oh my gosh, I've got the president and the vice president of the Boomers Club with me today. Howard Fox.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Diane McQuigg. Hello.
Hey, Brie. Good to be back. Thanks for having us.
That is Diane, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Peace and love. Peace and love.
What a fun outfit. It just really encompasses the spirit. And I know you guys have been working so hard on putting Woodstock 2025 together. What's it been like? Give me a quick overview before we dive deep into the details.
It's a full-time job and then some. We think about it morning, noon, and night. We have meeting after meeting. There's just so many aspects that need to be taken care of to pull the entire event together.
Sure, yeah.
So.
Now tell me, is this a one-day event?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
One day. One very
long day.
Fun-filled, packed, wonderful day. Yes.
And long, yes.
Long, lots of fun.
So rest up beforehand. That's why Diana wanted to take a vacation before before the concert, right?
Yeah, to rest up. Lucky her.
So tell us about, you've got 5 amazing bands.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about these bands. How did you find them? Have they been here before? What will they be performing?
The very first band is the 1969 tribute band. They have not played for us before, but they're going to do, all their music is all 60s music. The other bands, we have The Trip, very well known. Family Style, again, very well known. Funk Station, who has played at dances and are very well received. And Absolute Band, which is a 10-piece band, horns, everything. That's our last band of the evening. It's going to be great.
What time does the concert start? Or let me back up, because I want to sort of lay out the day for folks. Mm-hmm. What time should they be arriving to secure, their favorite place?
Okay, so we set up the basic structure of the event the night before. So the tents, the stages, the pop-up tents, those all get set up late afternoon on Friday into the early evening. And then attendees can come and start setting themselves up. We figure about 8 o'clock in the evening on Friday. A Saturday morning, I'll be there for the parking at 6 a.m., and people are arriving at 6 a.m. to stake out their spot.
Right.
And
because those are not reserved, is that right, Howard?
Nothing's reserved except for a few pop-up tents for sponsors and vendors.
Sure. Okay. Then after somebody secures their place on the lawn, I'm assuming it's the lawn.
Correct.
Can then they go out and mingle and walk around?
All day long.
And all day long.
On the front of Clubhouse 2, you have stages at each end, and the middle area is all for dancing.
Fun.
And it's going to be packed there the entire time the bands are playing, from noon until 7:30 at night.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And as a general rule, people start showing up around 10:30 or so in the morning. Mm-hmm. They have their wristbands in advance, or they buy them at the gate right there. And yeah, that's...
And do you have food vendors, or are people encouraged to bring their own lunch and own snacks and drinks and everything?
Both and neither.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yes, we do have food vendors. We have the 19 restaurant there. We have Cousins Lobster is going to be there. We have tacos. We have Nothing Bundt Cake. We have Polly's Pies. We have Shaved Ice. We have Java on the Go. And we're going to have a whole big...
You're going to need a lot of that.
That's for me. But we have a whole big courtyard in the back, the food court, and it's usually very busy there.
Yep.
So, Diana, are you encouraging attendees to dress in 60s Woodstock attire?
It's funny because we had 1,500 people there last year, and I would say probably a good 1,000 out of the 1,500 did dress, in some kind of a tie-dye T-shirt or something. I mean, there were some great outfits. There were some great outfits there.
Now, back to Woodstock, and I don't know if any of us, I wasn't there, that's for sure, but did that launch sort of this retro Woodstock look with the tie-dyed, or was that on the scene before and that's just what everybody chose to wear? Do you know the history?
Of the actual
Because it's just so
Woodstock? Yeah.
iconic, right? I mean, you walk in and it's like, I immediately know that's Woodstock, right? Or if you went to a Halloween party and you were dressed as such.
Yeah, I think in the late 60s, I mean, I think tie-dye was just popular.
It was.
Yeah, so I think it's just, you know, it was just kind of like the era. I don't know about the event itself, but the era was all tie-dye, and I think that's where, you know, Woodstock, kind of the theme came from. And then Woodstock started here, was it 2008?
I believe 2008, so this is like our 17th or 18th edition.
And did the Boomers Club start the Woodstock
Yes,
event?
it's been our event ever since the beginning.
Right.
Fantastic. How long have you been president?
Off and on for the last couple of years. There's a story behind that,
Well,
but
it
we
sounds
won't
like
go into
you're
that.
just tired right now. So, what's left to do before the event?
What's left to do? Following up with everybody, all the vendors, all the bands, all the various components, make sure that they're going to be there on time to do whatever it is they're supposed to do to make sure the event comes off.
Now, when you say vendors, Howard, do you mean food vendors or jewelry?
The
arts
food
and
vendors are
crafts?
in the back courtyard. Inside Clubhouse too, we have merchandise vendors, all sorts of things. Hopefully,
Are they local artists?
yes.
Oh, great.
Yes, and hopefully they're period type pieces
Right.
that you would typically see back in the original time of Woodstock.
Sure.
Then we have face painting,
Oh, that's
and we
fun.
have maybe a photo booth and whatever else.
Well, yeah,
The photo booth.
We've got our little signs.
we've
Yep.
got to
We
visit the
love
photo
them.
booth.
Yeah, you fit right in
Yeah.
I do. I might need to
in about
Find
40
some-
years.
tie-dye. Well, this sounds like an amazing event. So, are people able to sort of come and go? Between 10
As long as
and,
they have
and
their
7:30s?
wristbands, it's,
Because they might want to take a break, right? They might want to go home and grab a snack or a drink or take a
They
nap or
can.
take some time off.
as a general rule, they're not going to leave once they get there. That's why they stake out a spot on the grass. They bring chairs with them, tents, whatever. So if they wanted to kick back and relax, they go back to the little area that they've staked out.
I see. Wonderful. What a great event.
It's a lot of fun.
Are people going to know the songs
Oh, yeah. Oh,
from
definitely.
these bands?
I would hope so. It's from our era when we were growing up, so.
Sounds like
They must have slept through the 60s and 70s if they don't know the
Yeah.
music.
And not all of the music is going to be 60s. I mean, we've instructed the bands, yeah, play whatever 60s songs you want, but please mix in other songs
Sure.
so that, you know, we can do some dancing to maybe some more modern things. Because if we did 60s, think about it, 5 bands. If we did 60s for 5 bands, the last
start
band, everybody
repeating.
would be like, okay, we've heard this
We're
song
done. Yeah.
5 times
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, throw in some 60 songs, but play what you normally play
Sounds
because that's
great.
what people will look for.
Do you need any volunteers for the event?
Do we need volunteers?
1 or 2 might be
Right
good.
now, we got a list of perhaps 50 people who are volunteering to help out. The more volunteer, the less each one of them has to do, and the more they can enjoy the event.
Sure.
The fewer the volunteers, it becomes a job, spending the day working. So we've been out beating the bushes to build up that list. We have a volunteer get-together a week before to make sure everybody knows what they're expecting and expected to do. And we'll feed them, because you feed people and they kind of owe you something, right?
All right. Well, you don't have to feed me, but looking forward to the concert. June 18th, Woodstock 2020.
June 28th,
Sorry,
the last Saturday of the month.
last Saturday of the month. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here with us. Enjoy your concert, your Woodstock, and we will see you in just a bit. You're watching This Day on Village TV.